Hello and welcome to our newscast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Hwang Jie live from Seoul. Our top story this morning, Korea's ruling party has announced that it will return to the parliamentary audit. The Assembly Speaker welcomed the decision and wished a swift recovery to the head of the ruling party, who ended a week-long hunger strike on Sunday. Lee Shin starts us off.
Finally, an end to the prolonged deadlock at the National Assembly. The chairman of the ruling Saenuri Party announced the end of his week-long hunger strike on Sunday, and party officials said Saenuri lawmakers will return to parliament on Tuesday for the regular government audit. The ruling party chief Lee Jung-hyun had been on a hunger strike since last Monday, demanding the Speaker of the National Assembly, Chung Se-kyun, to step down. According to Saenuri Party floor leader Chung Jin-seok, Chairman Lee asked his fellow lawmakers to end their boycott of the parliamentary audit and will look for another way to keep up the pressure on Speaker Chung. Meanwhile, in a press conference on Sunday, Speaker Chung welcomed the ruling party's decision to return to parliament and apologized for causing concern. Days earlier, the ruling party filed petitions with the Constitutional Court and the prosecution against the Assembly Speaker, alleging that he abandoned his political neutrality by supporting a motion by the opposition to dismiss the new agricultural minister. Speaker Chung, however, has refused to express regret over allowing the vote on the dismissal motion to go through, arguing that all procedures were respected. Though the nation's political parties will likely continue to clash over the Assembly Speaker's recent actions, it appears lawmakers can for now get back to the business of the government audit. Yin Shin, ARIRANG News.
Britain has vowed to continue cooperating with South Korea, the United States, and Japan in countering North Korea's nuclear and missile provocations. Britain's foreign ministry says that in a recent speech in Tokyo, UK Minister for Asia and the Pacific, Alok Sharma, delivered a powerful message to the North Korean ambassador to Britain, slamming the regime for conducting yet another nuclear test. The minister also condemned Pyongyang for its human rights abuses, saying Britain will respond by leading new international countermeasures. He also said Japan is the UK's closest security partner, and the British government will help Japan in its push to become a permanent member of the UN Security Council. British Prime Minister Theresa May says her country will begin the process of leaving the European Union by the end of March next year. May offered the timetable for Brexit on Sunday in an interview with the BBC and later echoed it during a speech at the Conservative Party's annual conference. Her comments painted the clearest picture yet of Britain's plan for its post-EU future, easing concerns among some leading Conservative MPs that the Prime Minister might delay the divorce. Donald Tusk, the president of the European Council, showed support over May's latest remarks, saying they brought, quote, welcome clarity. Triggering Article 50 of the EU's Lisbon Treaty gives a member nation a 2-year period to finalize their exit. Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte has apologized profoundly and deeply for his recent comments that caused outrage among Jewish communities around the world. In a speech on Sunday, Duterte explained he had no intention to derogate the memory of the 6 million Jews murdered by the Nazis during World War II, when he said last Friday that he would be happy to kill 3 million Filipino drug users and peddlers like Hitler slaughtered the Jews. Regarding Duterte's previous comments, the Israeli government said they were, quote, unfortunate. Worldwide Jewish groups, the United Nations, and Germany also said the remarks demonstrated a lack of respect for human life. Samsung Electronics has reportedly been posting strong sales of its Galaxy Note 7 after the company's latest device relaunched in Korea on Saturday. Industry experts estimate Samsung sold around 31,000 Note 7s over the weekend, including those who made early reservations and new customers. Experts say the relaunch can be considered a success, as smartphone sales in excess of 10,000 units a day are considered the gold standard in the Korean market. Last month, Samsung ordered a recall of the previous Note 7 due to reports of the batteries overheating or catching fire. As of the end of September, 80% of domestic Note 7 buyers had already replaced their phones. Korea's southern island of Jeju is about to start a project that will install solar energy generating facilities on unused farmland. Park Se-young has the details.
This was once a tangerine orchard on Jeju Island, but it is now home to a 100 kilowatt solar power unit. That's because the Jeju Special Self-Governing Province has launched a scheme to turn tangerine farms into land designated for generating renewable energy.
This is a kind of sunray pension for Jeju residents, which will hopefully serve as a social security policy for a stable future, and it offers 20 years of guaranteed income.
Under the plan, the solar energy systems are installed for a minimum of 20 years, and the farmers can make a profit by selling the electricity. The government estimates the farmers can make about $3.60 per square meter of land, or more than 3 times what they make from growing tangerines. Once a farmer has their land registered for solar power production, the contractors cover all the necessary expenses for construction and registration of the solar unit, an investment of over $180,000. New solar farms are expected to begin operations as early as January 2017, and the Jeju government will continue to recruit more farmers every year. Park Se-young, ARIRANG News.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast. More updates coming up at 10 a.m. Korea time, so do stay tuned, and goodbye for now.